We begin with the results of that exclusive opinion poll commissioned by the Nation Media Group. The poll conducted over the last 3 days suggests a statistical dead heat between the two leading contenders in the presidential race. Here now are the details, and according to the poll, William Ruto and Raila Odinga are tied at 42% each, implying that none of them would get the required 50+1 if the elections were called today. The poll by Infotrack Research involved 2,400 respondents across the country and was conducted on the 8th and the 9th of May 2022 in this year. As for those who are undecided, I did mention that critical constituency, which is undecided, while that percentage is 10%. 5% declined to answer the question: if presidential elections were held today, who would you vote for as the next president of Kenya? Now, according to the poll, Ruto's popularity has grown by 7% in the last 2 months compared to Raila's 6%. It has, however, grown only 8% more since November last year, while Raila's popularity has grown by 17% in the intervening 6 months. The research findings also indicate that Raila overtook Ruto in popularity in December last year. His popularity grew by 8%, while Ruto's declined by 2%. In March, just 2 months ago, the two were more or less evenly matched, with Raila's popularity at 36%, while that of Ruto was at 35%. Significantly, the number of undecided voters has dropped from 22% in March to 10% now, having stood at 24% in November of last year. But just what is driving the numbers for the two presidential candidates? Who do the young people generally support, and is there a difference in their following by region or gender? Here now is Leila Mohammed with a breakdown of where the numbers are coming from and what constituency each of the candidates needs to fight hard to win.
Between November 2021 and May 2022, the race to the House on the Hill seems to be heating up. And with time, the previously crowded race seems to be thinning out, showing two frontrunners whose numbers have varied over time.
Politics is about passion, feelings, and that may inform the difference in numbers from previously to what it is.
In a poll commissioned by the Nation Media Group, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance flag bearer Raila Odinga and Kenya Kwanza's William Ruto are tying at 42%. But in a poll released in April 2022, polling company Tifa reported that at the time, Raila Odinga was trailing William Ruto by a 7-point margin.
Whether it is difference by 7% or 0%, it just underscores how close the contest is at this particular juncture.
For the respondents, the issue of unemployment ranked highest in the list of socio-economic factors that they would like addressed by the potential leaders.
It has always stood at that level in the successive general elections.
As the country seeks to have a change of guard, the question of integrity and corruption has been the subject of discussions at various national and leadership forums. But among the voters, it ranks lowly.
It suggests a degree of helplessness within the populace, that there's nothing that can be done. It also suggests as to how the people, the voters, are perceiving the candidates.
The undecided voters are still a significant number, but their figures have significantly dropped by 14% in the last 6 months.
It is largely because of the intensity of the campaigns. Previously, maybe one candidate was not as intensive as the other.
With the latest figures, the current front-runners are standing neck to neck, and it is expected that within the next 3 months, with the campaign season officially kicking off, the numbers will significantly change.
Messaging will intensify, and depending on who will be able to convince the Kenyan electorate on how best to handle the current issues, particularly the economic ones, that will determine who carries the day.
In the next 3 months, political players and polling firms will be watching keenly. Those who have declared they will not vote, many of whom have changed their minds based on matters that affect their daily lives, that they could seek to see changed via their vote. Leila Mohammed, NTV.